Hello everyone, welcome back. More Quick Draft in Zendikar Rising. One of these days we'll master this format and, maybe win a few. I don't know, I had pretty reasonable performance the last several drafts, right? 4 or 5 wins. I would like to get more, but it's still above average, which is better than I thought I was. Okay. So this is a green creature counter synergy thing that works out, pretty well, I think. Okay, that's cool. Your creatures grow as they attack. This thing is pretty good. There was a game where someone played this against me, and I think we won that. I don't remember how long ago it was. Or I made some weird blunder when I was losing and then just lost. I don't remember. It was a totally playable blue rogue thing, but I think that we're taking the rare here. This is a pretty cool, it's at worst a 3-mana 3/3, which is fine, but it also is better than that. Even by itself, once it attacks, it's a 4/4. But it really helps with any green/black 1/1 counter synergies. I think this is the only other sort of reasonable pick, because it is pretty cool. This works very well in red-white, for example, I think, which is a kind of warrior. Warriors is a theme that red-white has. That's one party type they have in common. And they have some pretty good equipment as well. There's a very common red equipment that's +2 attack, 2 power, excuse me. And if that is with double strike, it's really bonkers. So, but I think we're gonna just go with this. It's a very, very clearly a build around / support for other build arounds in a thing that green likes to do. Okay. That's, another 1/1 counter thing in black and a good card. It wants tokens. But even if it doesn't get tokens, it's pretty fine. This is okay, but it's a good card, but not in it doesn't synergize with what we have. Yeah, I think we're clearly taking this black thing, right? I don't know, what else could we do? We could take a Dauntless Survivor or, Scale the Heights, which both put counters on things. But I like this one better. See, here's another warrior that loves being equipped. Talk about that red-white warrior equipment thing. Tangled Florahedron. Huh. So it's a tapped forest, or a worse Land of War Elves, basically. So this is very much a ramp card. Interesting. Thieve the Swarm is probably better. It's a pretty good removal. And this is fine, but because okay, you can, in case you're not familiar with Magic, to see why this could be considered a good card, it's it enters as a forest that's tapped, or as a creature that you can play for mana, but you can't do that on the turn it enters either. So isn't it worse than forest? No, because the creature you can play on the same turn that you play a land, and therefore you increase your mana base by 2 on that turn. There's a card called Land of War Elves, which is regularly reprinted, which is the same as this, but it's only a single green and not any extra mana. And of course, it's not the modal land either. It's just the creature part. And that's a staple in green decks. So this is a worse Land of War Elves and a worse forest, but you get to pick. so I think it would be totally playable if we really needed mana. Do we really need mana? I don't know. But I think we really do need removal. Every deck really needs removal. This is not... I mean, this is a red-black card, not a black-green card. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a blue-black. What am I thinking? It wouldn't be too bad in red, I guess. I've seen it in both. Just because red likes equipment and blue likes mill. So it could work. It's a better equipment in blue, but anyway. Ooh. Ooh, okay. This is exactly what we needed. It's a way to make putting counters on things good, and also a way to... Well, I can't actually put counters on any of these things yet. But that's okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah, easy pick. Don't like this rogue, it just like doesn't do anything with the rest of our deck. What is this black card? Mind Drain is not really a synergy with the deck, but it could be okay. Now, there is Core Celebrant, and in principle, we could get a black card that's like, when you gain life, put a counter on this. And that might be a good enough reason to have this handy. Maybe. But I think it's a pretty loose... Like, it's pretty speculative, but what else am I going to take? Like, Mind Drain? I think it's probably fine to take Mind Drain. Mind Drain is a lot better when, you know, the life gain does something for you, but... I had games in my previous green-white-black deck where, you know, we Mind Drained the opponent twice and they just, like, didn't have any cards, and we killed them for that reason, so... Okay, this is also playable, I guess. It's a flyer, which we might have trouble with as green-black, but... I think Mind Drain's just a better card. Another Shadow Cat? That seems pretty good. What else is there? Here's some Landfall, which is not that important right now. Yeah. Broken Wings can be... There have been games when I've wished I had Broken Wings. At 3 mana, it's so expensive, but it is, like, flexible. It's flyers and, like, enchantments or artifacts. But I don't think I really want it. Blood Price? Nah, I'd rather just have a useful card. We now have, like, 2 cards that care about... I don't know, we have several cards that care about counters, and it's... We don't have that many cards that can give counters. This can give lots of counters to itself, which is cool, but I'd like to be able to spread them out a bit. I think Mind Drain, again, is better than any of this junk. I mean, making a Shadow Cat fly could be kind of cool, I guess. Or the Ooze. I guess the Ooze actually can put counters on lots of things. What was I thinking? You can put counters on any creature. It's not like... Oh no, it's only attacking creatures that already have counters. Yeah, right. So we need to be able to put them on somehow. Yeah, we have, like, I don't know, Ooze really wants to be able to attack. And so maybe making it a flyer is good. Like, obviously it's good. Is it better than this? Probably. And these guys wouldn't mind being able to fly. Okay. I was very happy with how these performed in the red-white deck, even though we only went 4 wins. It really made it a lot. It helped me with incoming flyer damage, and it helped me put on pressure in spots where the opponent, in particular putting on my, like, vigilant white thing, when I couldn't safely attack otherwise. Here's a 1/1 that can enter with counters. Oh, and here's a 2/2 that makes counters even better. I think we want the Constrictor, but a flyer is kind of nice. Like, it's like a 6-mana 3/3 flyer, which I guess is not that great, huh? But the counters matter, obviously. I don't know. I think I'll just take this as like a more of an enchantment than a creature. Hard to see me wanting any of these cards. If I stay just green-black, I don't think I'll ever play this warrior. So I might as well draft something that like could be good if I find some amazing other color, right? I don't even know what that would be, like Sizzling Barrage in case I wind up wanting to add in red, because red has, I don't know, sure. Blood Price is some draw. Adventure Awaits is better draw. You know, it only draws 1 instead of 2, but you get to look at more cards and it's cheaper. And like, you want to find your good cards, not just find any old cards. And being cheaper is sort of, you know, pretty important. But I think Scale the Heights might finally be, this might finally be the deck where I'm like happy about Scale the Heights. I have several things that care a lot about counters already. Right, I have the Constrictor, I have the Ooze, I have 2 Shadowcats and a Horn Beetle, and they all like want stuff to have counters on it. Okay, I mean, this is a counter thing, but I've just been woefully unimpressed with this every time I've taken it. It just like, getting it to die is too hard. Whereas this will help me tutor for the stuff I actually want. These all suck. I don't think I would ever play this card. So let's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm more likely to play that than to play this, right? So whatever. I don't know. I can't imagine playing any of these, right? I guess getting haste is kind of cool. Sure. Broken Wings. I mean, that could be a thing. We're going to have to cut some stuff, and if I do, Broken Wings will probably be what I cut. So I guess I'll just sideboard it ahead of time, and I'll put it in later if I want to. What is this? Oh, wow. This is a humongous creature that is hexproof and has haste, and wants ramp, which we don't have any of. I mean... Ah, dear. I mean, for 7 mana, it's a 6/6 that's hexproof with haste, which is cool, don't get me wrong. And it can't be countered. At 10 mana, it's obviously even better. But are we going to get to 10 mana? Like, no, that does not happen very often. I don't know. Are we building up like a kind of a static deck or an aggressive deck? Can we hold people off for a long time? I feel like this is aggressive, right? Except that the Horn Beetle, in a way, creates good defenders. The rest of the deck is mostly about attacking. It's about menace, counters, and getting more counters when you attack. And so this... we just might not live. Like, we might... I don't know. If we make it to turn 7, able to play this, is it going to turn the tide? Or are we going to be already winning or still losing? Because it's only worth playing if it can turn the tide in cases where you are able to play it. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a good finisher. Maybe that's the way to view it. Is like if you make it to turn 7 and you've gotten in some chip damage, you can blast this thing out and start smashing them with it. Okay, what else is there on offer? Oh, this is just like kind of nice. It's a counter activator, and also it can be mana. It's like pretty shitty as a counter activator, of course. Yeah, this is like a sick red-black spell. Red-black loves getting party stuff. You know, 1 mana destroy anything is pretty cool. So we have this, or we could take Vanquish the Weak, which is good removal. Like I have 1 removal spell right now. Is that right? Where is it? There it is. But the thing is, I've already got a lot of cards that I basically want to play all of, ideally. I don't want to cut any of this. And I drafted a little bit more than... I drafted like 10 cards in the first pack, right? And if you draft 10 cards in every pack, you end up with 30, which is way too many. So I'm kind of thinking I should maybe just take a land, like this thing. But, you know, one of these cards could easily be good enough to justify cutting something else. Like Mind Drain, is it really that important? Or like, are we really guaranteed to get 10 cards we want in the rest of the pack? Not in every pack? Not really. So maybe we could just pick something good. I can't tell if this is a good thing. I mean, I don't have anything very big yet, I guess. It's nice to have some finisher, and we might get some ramp with green, maybe? I have a couple 4s and a 5. I mean, this is the deck that you're supposed to play this in, if any. Maybe it's better than it looks? Huh. I'm just like looking at this and thinking, isn't this better? I'm just like, I can't. There are so many games that are over before turn 7. And this might make a difference in one of those games. Or this. How am I on colors? Okay, pretty even. I do also have a Broken Wings already, which is a sort of removal for, you know, it's a very focused removal, but it sort of argues a little bit against Vanquish the Weak, but I think Vanquish the Weak is still good. Well, I don't know. As long as power 3 or less, I feel like I'm sort of able to deal with. Like, yes, they can have those landfall things that grow, but I am also growing my stuff, so I don't care that much. I can just, like, fight them. Huh. I think I'm just gonna take this. Am I really, though? Yeah, I don't think this does enough, honestly. Just give me a land that I can use as something else on occasion. Green white, no thanks. Another Mind Drain. What is this? Okay. This draws lands, but it doesn't play them. I mean, is that useful? I'm not going to have that much ramp, I don't think, or that much stuff that cares about lands. Yeah, I don't think this card does very much. If you don't kick it, it's sort of worse than a forest. Because you could just draw the forest anyway, right? If you do kick it, it's like drawing a bit. It's like draw 2, but what you draw is lands, which is worse on average. So I think I'd rather just have this as a possibility. You know, a creature that can bop them a bit. Maybe another Mind Drain is a better choice though. Mind Drain is kind of guaranteed to 2 for 1, although 2 for 1's for some kind of bad cards. Okay, I think I'll take a Mind Drain, honestly. Where are my green and black cards? Come on. Oh geez, I don't think I have anything in my party yet. Yeah, I can't play that. I cannot run Strength of Solidarity. So it's between this 1-mana 1/1 or like a rogue flyer. I don't think this does anything. Okay, if you put counters on it, it would be pretty cool, I guess. But I think just a 1/1 Death Touch is kind of nice to have. It's something you can play on turn 1, and it can deal. It can threaten to deal with a large creature or eat up some removal. Okay. I still don't like this card. I still think Adventure Awaits is totally fine. Still don't like that. Probably don't want 3 Mind Drains, but it's better than anything else. Base Camp, very funny. Might of Marasa is a pretty good combat trick, actually. Yeah, let's draft that. This vampire sucks. Scale the Heights, I think, is fine. We already have one, and I wouldn't mind another. Oh, this is some ramp, I guess. That's something to think about. Maybe that would have been a reason to play the Crag whatever thing, the 7-mana / 10-mana card. This is all bad, but I'll draft this, I guess, because it's black. I'm a little scared about all these Adventure Awaits cards, but they improve your consistency. What is this? It's completely red pack? What? Get out of here. This all sucks. Hello? Well, good news, I don't need that many more cards. I don't know. This? Oh my god. Okay. Nobody's playing red in this set, huh? Or in this draft pool. Blue-green that loves counters. Well, I mean, I have 2 blue cards over here. It's not completely insane, I don't think, to splash blue for this. Is it? I don't know. It comes with counters. Like, it's at least a 2/2. And it has this ability to make use of counters to let you do things multiple times, which is great if you have like expensive stuff. Like, what if you wanted 2 Horn Beetles? And you can use the, where is it? The Shadow Cat and the Horn Beetles to kind of give it arbitrarily many counters. Just sack an insect to put a counter on this, and then you get an insect back at the end of the turn. This could be a really powerful engine, but it does require playing blue, which is kind of a problem. I don't know. I feel like it is worth splashing blue for something that effectful, as long as I can find a couple playable blue cards. to go with it. I can't though. I didn't sideboard any of them. But, like, maybe I can still play it and just run, like, 4 islands or something? 3? I don't know. Alright, what are my other options? Deadly Alliance sucks. Gloomhunter? Gloomhunter's probably good, right? It's like, you can play it on curve or you can play it as a 6 with counters. But this is just like really helps in the late game, right? Because you're top decking or whatever, and you have like 8 lands that you can't spend the mana for, and then you finally draw this, and you're like, oh look, it's an 8/8. And then, you know, if an 8/8 is only good enough to stop the bleeding, but you can't attack with it, then you can, like, oh, you draw 2 copies of every card all of a sudden, right? It's just like disgusting. Oh, it's only kicked spells. Oh, I don't have many of those. I don't have any of those, I think. I have 1. Yeah, that's true. It's still like a huge creature though. As long as I have an island. I think I should take it. So if I were gonna do that, like, what would I be doing? I'd probably get rid of some mind drains, right? Gosh, that makes me very, very green, splashing black and blue, which is a little bit weird. I get rid of some Adventure Awaits, but I feel like it's actually quite good. I have a lot of creatures that I want to specifically draw those creatures and not other stuff. Namely the beetle, the cats, and the ooze. The constrictor is fine. I only have 6 creatures? What in the hell? Way too many sorceries. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's an issue. Maybe I should stop taking so many Adventure Awaits and just put in more creatures. But, like, I haven't gotten that many creatures I want to play, right? This is a bit of a problem. Okay, so say we cut, like, all of these and a couple of these. Now I'm down to just 13 cards, which means I need 10 from this pack, which is kind of hard. But, you know, hey, I can start with this one. It's a large creature with counters. I think it's worth putting blue in. And I can bring in a couple of these cards later, like another Adventure Awaits or something like that, depending on how things go. Okay. Huh. I mean, it's a kicker spell, right? And it justifies the blue a little bit better. There are some playable black and green cards here, like the Gloomhunter is a 6 mana card, hopefully. I think it's probably better than, well... Oh yeah, you can copy this as well, right? It's any kicked spell. Yeah, so I think this is better than this guy. I'd rather have 2 3/3 flyers than draw 6 cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, drawing 6 cards in the endgame is disgusting. But so is 2 3/3 flyers. And the important thing is that in like the early to mid game, this is also good, whereas this you're like not very happy to draw. Another Shadow Cat? Well, I mean, there's nothing else playable here. Well, there's another Constrictor, I guess. And Rabid Bite is removal. I don't have that many large creatures, though. I don't think it's actually that good for me. Shadow Cat might get a little large. I hope it does. But the only thing that's really making it get large is Hornbeetle, right? And I only have one of those. I think I'll just take another Shadow Cat. Yeah. Meow. Alright, here's black modal land, which seems pretty important now suddenly. Like, that I'm trying to fit in even more colors. Having a more flexible mana base is pretty cool. But it's just like, ugh, I hate it because... the effect sucks. Like, wouldn't I rather just have a swamp, honestly? Like, it's a huge life swing, but I don't think that's what this deck is about. I think I would honestly rather just have a swamp. Is that insane? Am I undervaluing life? I don't think I am. Well, maybe I am. Because like this, in the late game, this can be very useful. Like you'd much rather draw this than a swamp. In the early game, you'd rather draw a swamp, but like you can often work around it. Okay, fine. Where's my other? There it is. No on the Shadow Stinger. Probably no on Blood Price. Definitely no on that Silencer. I'm not going to take my first party card now. Oh, second. I have a Rogue. Look at that. Well, okay. I guess Blood Price. Oh wait, hang on. We have some blue. No, it's another party card. Hilarious. But it is a creature. Like I only have 9. I could honestly put this in. It's like, it's a 1-drop. But I often won't have blue, so maybe not. I have a bunch of stuff I can put in, right? Like, well, not much, I guess. Skyclay Sentinel is the main one. Oh, it's got counters and kickers. Put this back in. Yeah. I still think instead of Blood Price, I'd rather just play Adventure Awaits. So, I don't know. Sideboard this in case I don't have enough creatures. Which is looking likely. More, oh no, we need this, yes. It's a great common anyway, and in the counter deck, it's even better. Nissa Zendikon is... I mean... It's a 4-mana 4/4, which is not that amazing, but it lets you pick these lands back up. If you've played them as a land, you get them back as a spell. I'll take it. This is a creature. It doesn't look like a creature, but it's a creature. Excuse me, what is it doing? I took the wrong card. But okay, it's not as bad because it helps me draw islands. I was just like looking for green cards, and I don't know. Is there a way to turn off the alternate art? Like I unlocked this by playing enough games or something, but Now the cards are confusing to me. I'm used to what they ordinarily look like. Another Scale the Heights? Sure. Concerted Defense is garbage. Dauntless Survivor is probably good, and it's a counter thing, and Mighty Mirasa is fine, but it is a kicker spell. We only have one kicker synergy, and it's in blue. Like, I should not be too worried about that. Alright, look at that. I managed to find enough cards that I wanted to play. Okay, so I'm running a single blue card, or did I find a second? A single blue card. Yeah, I think 3 islands is probably about right. But I do want to say that Zoth Consumption and this, I consider one of them to be a land. I don't know which, but like on average I'll play one as a land. So let's take out a swamp. Maybe take out a forest. I have way more green than black, but I don't have any like dual green, and I do have this one dual black card. And importantly, this can't double as a land for itself. On the other hand, a lot of my cheaper stuff is green, and I might want to play 2 of them for that reason. I think 3 Scale the Heights is a little bit unreasonable, but I have several, I guess I have several kicker spells that really want me to have a lot of land, and I took this Reclaim the Wastes, which lets me draw more land. Could be a thing. I don't know. Let's get rid of the swamp. And the question is, do I put anything else in? Like, I could take this. I think I'm good. I think everything I have is pretty playable. I guess I could like consider, instead of Mighty Mirasa, playing like another Adventure Awaits or something. Or a Broken Wings, or maybe I could cut some Scale the Heights. But I don't think I should. Well, yeah, Scale the Heights has some draw, which is nice. It lets me ramp up to activate my kicker things. How much kicker do I have? Is that listed here? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is sort of kicker because it's just gigantic. 6 spells that want you to have a lot of mana. I think this is fine. Let's give it a try. How did I do for time? 38 minutes. We're getting faster. Okay, I had to make a little cut there before we got started. Oh, I forgot to put a thing on. Well, this is fine. That's a reasonable art for the deck. Oh, we found a match pretty quick. That's nice. Verbena. Okay, 3 lands and some creatures. That seems good. I didn't end up getting this as Zendikon. I meant to take it instead of Reclaim the Wastes. So I won't actually be able to pick this back up, sadly. Anyway, we're just playing a creature here. It's much more important to get something on the board than it is to dig for something you can play later. Ooh, that's spooky in a red-green deck. Okay, we're definitely Well, I was gonna say we're the aggressor here because opponent has long-term value. I'm not actually sure if that's true. Opponent might be being pretty aggressive as well. Okay, a Shadow Cat. I already have one, but... I didn't look at what I'm not drawing. I guess that is sort of important to know what it is you're not getting. Because it doesn't get shuffled back in, it goes on the bottom. Oh, you know what? Shadowcat is actually a great counter to this thing, because if he tries to remove something, I can respond by removing it myself. Or sacrificing it. Or I could keep Might of Marasa in hand as a counter to this, I guess. I can't do it this turn because I kind of need this. I don't have the mana and I need to play this first. But I mean, I could have held this and kept this in hand in case he chooses to remove it. I don't know if that's really that great an idea. Okay, he's gonna remove that guy. And then also kill my thing? No? Okay. Well, joke's on you, I have more Shadow Cats. The thing is, he can probably remove the other Shadow Cat with a... with the Relic Amulet. But I have a third, haha! I don't know, I think I'm like losing here. The deck's not doing very much right now. Okay, he doesn't actually get to do the removal now. He can't activate this, rather. He doesn't have the mana for it. Or, does he still get to play mana this turn? I think he does. And that can't be right. He's already got 5, and I only have 4. So he must have played one. So this is gonna have... yeah, I think I should attack with everything. And then when he blocks, I can Might of Marasa this. And or just sack this guy to give it a counter. Well, that wouldn't let it live unless he double blocked. If he double blocks, that wouldn't be enough. But Might of Marasa is enough to clear both of these, and I'll still have enough mana to Might of Marasa again when he tries to zap it. Yeah, let's try that. I think I need to be pretty aggressive here, as I said earlier. Okay. Well, I think I activate this then. Okay. So I won't be killing it. I don't think it's worth spending a Might of Marasa to kill this thing. I need to save it to save my Shadow Cat. Because that's obviously a thing he wants to do, is erase this. Right? I think so. There's a reason I left the mana open. He even got to draw a card with that. Very nice. At least he didn't counter it. I don't know. I'm still very sad about how the game is going. Why? You need a green or something? Some other color? Oh, just like to feed the Relic Amulet, I guess? God, this is another, like, don't you wish you had kept that Broken Wings? I think I could just play the Constrictor here. And that way have enough... Well, I don't think it's that likely to remove this now. I think I would rather play... Just tap out here. Play the Shadow Cat. And the Wings. Try to make this a race since I'm not winning the grind. Good? I think more mana is good. I'm not actually sure. I guess now I have enough to kick this if I want. But I don't want to at the moment. Ah! It lit up. It looks like I'm in attacker's phase, but I'm not. I'm in, it was still main phase, so that was activating an ability, which I didn't want. I'm actually threatening lethal next turn with just this flyer. That's kind of cool. Flyer and this kicker thing. I would really like him to tap himself out, but I also don't think he has a counterspell. He didn't have one last turn, I think. I think he would have been happy to counter something. This. That was the only thing I played last turn. He didn't have one 2 turns ago. He would have countered this, maybe? Yeah, you can have it. More? Tap yourself out? More? Well, not do it now, I guess. You would do it when you're applying damage. Oh, please tap yourself out. I would be so happy. He's not going to. What you thinking about? Gonna do 4 damage, huh? I don't think I like that. Let's just win. Alright, it's just 4. Hang on, let's double check. X is 4. This has 4 health, so all I need is a counter. And we'll just kick this thing in. Home run. Very lovely. I don't know about trying to remove that. I think you should have kept some mana open to, like, so that I would be a little bit unsure about what to do. you know, scared of counter spells or what have you. Or even worse, like an instant speed removal that would apply before my buff applies. God, what a disaster that would have been. Okay, that's been our first run of the draft. Join me next episode for probably all the rest of the games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.